Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Zed for me, and today we're going to be building an electric recumbent trike. So I understand that this video is a little bit different than the types of videos that I'm usually showing you guys. Usually I work with cars, but today we're going to be working on an electric recumbent trike. Tricycles have been around for the longest time. Growing up, I rode bikes a lot. I built a lot of electric bikes. Recumbent trikes, however, have been something that most people don't actually know about, which is why I wanted to show it to you guys today. This is a regular recumbent trike from KMX. They're a company that builds a lot of tricycles, specifically recumbent trikes. And what this basically is a tricycle, except instead of having one wheel in the front and two in the back and kind of sitting high, this one is recumbent in the sense that the one wheel is in the back, you're sitting low to the ground, and essentially you are pretty aerodynamic. So why should you build an electric trike? Well, first of all, the riding experience is really different. You're basically sitting and it's a really comfortable position. You can ride for really long distances, and I think it's just something that's different that's on the market versus riding a bicycle. So I got this recumbent trike about a week ago, and right when I got it, I already had intentions of turning it into an electric trike. A couple of years back, before I started medical school, I actually built an electric recumbent trike just like this one, and here's a short clip of it. And for those of you guys who follow me because of my go-kart build, it's a very similar build in a sense that you have your controller, you have the batteries and the motor, and when they're used in conjunction, you can actually create quite a bit of power, quite a bit of acceleration, and that's just something that I've always loved to build. This electric trike is going to be a little bit different from that because this time I've decided to go with a pedal assist system versus actually using a throttle. So let me go grab the kit that I bought and show you exactly how it works. So this here is the kit that I ended up getting. I chose this kit. It is the TSDZ2 kit, and it's available from pswpower.com. I got it from their website simply because they were the best price that I could find, and I wanted something that would be able to help me ride without actually being lazy, in the sense that for this particular kit you have to be pedaling. What's great about this kit is that it's actually a torque sensor based system, which is a lot better than the older systems which were based off of your speed. So the way the old sensors would work is that it would kind of count how many times you were pedaling or rotating the crank, and it would add power based off of how often that happened. What's better about these kits now, this newer kit, the TSDZ2, is that it's actually based off of torque, meaning you can come from a dead stop, and if you push it very lightly, it'll help you very gently, and if you push it really hard, it'll help you a lot. And what that really creates is a system which really feels natural, and it won't feel robotic in the sense that it's actually measuring how much power you put out, and it either matches that or exceeds that. So this kit from pswpower.com came rather quickly. I ordered it less than a week ago, and it's already here from overseas. So that's definitely a plus, because usually waiting for stuff from overseas takes a really long time. This here is actually the controller screen, which I'm going to have to figure out a way to mount, because usually these go on handlebars, but as you can tell here, I don't exactly have some handlebar to mount it on, other than here at the side. I kind of want it to be right in the middle here, but we'll look into that later. But basically it comes with a motor, and it has its own cranks. Essentially come with it. It's an all-in-one unit. It's very easy to install at the end where my pedals go. This here is basically the magnet which senses how fast you're going, so that you can have a readout on the screen. And remember, how fast you're going is not determining how much power the motor puts out, but it's simply just a way for you to tell how fast you're going. It's not actually using it to control how fast the motor spins. And that's basically everything that comes in the kit. And this install should be rather simple. I basically have to take off my old crankset and then put this new one on, run the wires, and then the battery. I'm going to have a system that comes in the back. The battery system actually isn't here yet, so I'm going to actually create a separate video on how to make the battery, which I'm going to be creating, that'll be suitable for this setup. This setup can either be bought in 36 volts or 48 volts. This particular one is a 36 volt system. It just works better for my particular application because I'm not looking for something that's just the highest speed or the highest torque. I'm looking for something that'll just assist me and be able to kind of help me reach distances that I wouldn't have been able to reach before. Like I said earlier in the video, this cart is from KMX. This is the KMX Tornado. It's basically their entry-level trike. There are higher and higher models that you can get with KMX, but this basic one is definitely going to be good enough for what I want to do with it. So first things first, let me take off the crankset. Alright, now that the front crankset is out, the new drop-in is actually really simple because it's basically an all-in-one system, which makes it very easy to install. The only issue is that this was meant to go on a bicycle and not necessarily this type of down tube. So we'll see if we run into any issues there. But now I'm going to install this unit right in there like so. The kit comes with this tool so that you can tighten this ring down onto the bottom bracket. And I'm going to try and make this pretty tight for two reasons. One is because I don't have that bottom here. Right now I don't have anything like basically holding down the torque. This thing could potentially spin in the bottom bracket. So I'm going to see if I can devise a way later to have this actually hook on and be fine. So basically this thing spins like that, and you can only spin it one way, like this, which is freewheeling. The other way the motor catches and you can actually feel it. But let's get this back on. And it does come with a crankset already, so I'm going to make use of those. It does not, however, come with pedals, so you do need to supply your own pedals. Luckily for me, I have pedals that came with the KMX. Oh, that was weird. The electricity just kind of went out. But it is really windy and cold outside, so that probably has something to do with it. But apply those there. And I'll tighten these down. And these are 170 millimeter cranks. Okay, so now I'm going to take the pedals from the cranks, which should just be a matter of spinning these off. And these actually happen to be 170 millimeter cranks also, so these were actually the same exact size cranks. So this kit from PSW Power is actually pretty easy to install. I've made a bunch of e-bikes before and one electric trike, and of course the go-kart that you guys have seen. And I've got to say this all-in-one system is pretty simple to install, and I think that most people would be able to do it. It's actually a pretty good way to just basically commute if you have a short distance. I'd say less than 5 or 10 miles each way, you could definitely utilize this system, and I think it'd be good. Awesome. So you can still freewheel, as you can see here, and then it works just like a regular trike until you need the power assist. So let's get these wires going to where they need to go. Of course, this one here is the red and black, which goes to the main power supply, and this will basically need to reach just behind the seat, which it does right here. So I will wire that there, and then this one is going to, let's see, this one looks like it goes to the LCD screen, which should be over here. And let's see, yes it does. I need to build the battery for this, and like I said, the battery box actually isn't here yet. So stay tuned for the next episode where we'll continue with this installation, and we'll have everything set up at the end of the next episode, and then we'll take this thing out for a test ride. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Zed for me. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time.